What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 239. We start today's episode off by seeing that Danny Ings has indeed declined that contract extension, and he says he's going to let his contract run down and then leave when it finishes, which, is a bit of a shame, but I guess you can't really help that. But Sterling, he also declined his contract, so we go ahead and offer him a new one, and we'll wait and see what the rapid winger says. And also, Borussia Mönchengladbach want Brian Carrasco, and I said, you know what, he's 31 years old, he's decreasing in stats, but still no, he's staying with us, there's no doubt about it. But anyway, we take on Everton here at Goodison Park for the first game of the new Premier League season away from home. And of course, we've won the title 2 years in a row. And as this may well be our last season in this career mode, we want to make it 3 years in a row. We want to keep holding this Premier League title. And we start away at Everton as well. And they're also a side, just a quick side note, they're a side who a lot of people say they want me to do a career mode with next year. I'm definitely thinking about it, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we take on Everton at Goodison Park here, and as you can see by their squad, they've got some decent players, but in reality we should be able to get the win, and they're a bit of a B-side for us really. They've got a few of our old players in Shane Ferguson, Jack Robinson, and Eden Nilsson's in there as well, so a few of our old players playing for Everton now. But the first chance this game would fall here in the 6th minute. Ferrenetti, our goalkeeper, collects the ball and plays it to Oxlade-Chamberlain. The Ox collects the ball and chips it through towards Leao Gutierrez up the pitch. He holds the ball up, gives it to Luke Shaw, our left back, who just keeps the ball in play, sprints down the left hand side. It's a good chance, he fizzes the cross in towards Oscar Polo. It's a good save by the goalkeeper though, and Kelvin can't keep his acrobatic kick down, and it goes harmlessly over the bar and out for a goal kick. And in the 37th minute, Luke Shaw finds Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets past his man and finds Oscar Polo. He finds Suso then tries to find his man back out wide, who's Luke Shaw, down the left hand side. He cuts inside and finds Eric Dier. Dier finds Scott Triggs. Then offloads the ball to Brian Carrasco, and I thought it'd strike from just outside the area, and it goes just wide the post. So Carrasco, now a veteran of the side, almost getting the first goal of the season there, and it is still 0-0. And in the 65th minute, you see Foreign get on the ball for Everton and give it to Castillo. The pair play a quick 1-2, and Castillo collects it, then gives it to Eden Nilsson, who finds Foreign. Some nice passing by Everton. The cross is met to the far post, and Shane Ferguson, one of our old players, makes it 1-0. So this was not in the script, this was not the first page of the new chapter in the Premier League season we wanted to write. Unfortunately for us, we fall behind through Shane Ferguson, and it's 1-0 to Everton. And the 71st minute we tried to hit back there, but unfortunately Eric Dier's header goes wide the post, Kevin Bartley's header goes wide the post and out for a goal kick. And another good chance here in the 77th minute, Oscar Polo strikes it, but what a save that is by the goalkeeper, and it is still 1-0 to the home side, and we couldn't find equalising goal. So as things stood, we were going to have a very, very poor opening start to this campaign in our title defence here, as it was still 1-0 to the home side. And from this goal kick, it's the number 12, the keeper, who eventually launched the ball forward towards Castillo. Kevin Bartley wins the header, flicks it backwards towards Scott Triggs, who collects it. Triggs then plays it out wide towards his man, eventually after he runs the ball, plays it out wide towards Glenn Robertson, who takes on John Stones, fizzes a cross in and finds Ezekiel, who came off the bench. And unfortunately I couldn't show Ezekiel coming off the bench because that happened directly after Everton scored their goal, and when that happens you don't get an animation, but still Ezekiel came off the bench and makes it 1 apiece. So great cross by Glenn Robinson, and he got the assist, who also came off the bench there to make it 1 apiece. So I'm glad that we are back on level terms. Greatly from kickoff, Everton give the ball away through James McCarthy, and brilliant Makola makes the challenge, plays a great ball into Ezekiel, rounds the goalkeeper and makes it 2-1. So Ezekiel comes off the bench, scores a quick fire double, and it's Everton 1, Millwall 2. So what a fantastic decision it was to bring on Glenn Robinson, who got the assist for the first goal. Brilliant decision to bring on brilliant Makola, who got the assist for the second goal. And of course a very brilliant decision to bring on Ezekiel, who ended up getting the 2 goals. So yeah, it's a really, really good finish there, and that does indeed mean that we make it 2-1 to Millwall, and we are now in front in this game. So very, very pleased with that, and yeah, a very, very good finish. What can I say about Ezekiel? 2 quick goals and we are in front. And of course I would have been so disappointed how we lost this opening game of the season, because of course there's still going to be 37 games to go after it to redeem ourselves. But even so, the first game of the season, you always want to get off to a good start, and losing the game on your title defence would not be very good. But still, it's 2-1 here, and in the 86th minute you see Oxlade-Chamberlain get on the ball down left hand side, takes on John Stones, cuts back, then cuts back again, nice little scoop turn there, crosses the ball to the far post, Triggs wins the header, but it's a good save by the goalkeeper, and Everton managed to get the ball away for Ravel Morrison. And the last chance, or one of the last chances, would fall in the 90th minute, but Ferranetti makes an absolutely fantastic save there. He just flew like he leapt like a salmon there to get the ball away before it goes into the top corner. And a couple of minutes later, you see McCullough and Carrasco play a bit of a risky football there down the right hand side. We get the ball away. It comes to Scott Triggs. Triggs slides it through towards Ezekiel, looking for his hat trick off the bench. This is his chance, but his shot is well saved by the goalkeeper, and it is turned behind for a corner to Millwall. But to be honest, the game was done after we scored that second goal. Only Ferranetti had to make one good save, and other than that, we managed to control the game and get ourselves the first 3 points in the first league game of the season. So a 2-1 victory. It wasn't as convincing as I was hoping for. We were bailed out thanks to Ezekiel coming off the bench and scoring 2 goals late on, but even so, we got the win. That's the most important thing, and I'm very pleased to get ourselves the winning start to the season. And following that, we also saw that Raheem Sterling has indeed accepted his contract, so we've managed to sign a rapid new winger here in Sterling, 14 million plus Desi, one of our academy products who look quite average. And yeah, Sterling comes in, so we'll take a seat on the bench. McCullough will drop to the reserves, and as you can see, man, our squad just gets better and better and better, and Sterling looks incredible. You know, it's funny, you know, last year I always looked to buy Sterling. I thought it was really good. This year I've never really used him, you know, and I thought I may as well use him for what could be our last season in the career mode, because he is really good on career mode. He grows very well, and I'm very pleased we managed to sign him. Also, Kyle Packwood, our American CM, is going on loan to Southampton to get some first team experience. And also, I decided to request some funds from the board. I asked for £4 million, and as you'll see, they decided to grant that request, which is surprising, because usually they'll come back and say no, or they'll say we'll give you, you know, X, but we won't give you Y. But instead they said no, we'll give you the £4 million. That's totally fine, and that's good. It won't really do anything because we've already brought the targets we wanted, but of course in January I'll probably look into signing Ronaldo's regen if he becomes available, and that could hopefully help us do that. But I also decided to offer a contract to George Demisquites, our scout future star goalkeeper, who's as average as it gets really, but we may as well, because why not? And also I decided to put in a bid for one of the last transfer targets I have, which is Anthony Wynn, the English striker we had at Spurs. We had him on loan at Millwall in the first season when we came back here. That was now 2 seasons ago, and he's actually a really decent backup striker. You know, he's got some very, very decent stats, very good finishing stat as well. Only 24 years old, so still room to grow, but I don't think we'll be able to afford him, and I'm totally fine with that, because our striker area is one we don't need to improve on. You know, Oscar Polo, Danny Ings, Ezekiel, Rodriguez and Gu, we don't really need to worry about another striker, but it's just you know, trivial for me. I just think, why not snap up the best young talent? But still, we don't need him. We probably won't sign him. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, we took on Blackburn Rovers here for the second and final game of today's episode, and Blackburn, a newly promoted side now. They've now got one of our old players in George Spearing, who we sold to them a couple episodes ago. We take on Blackburn, a newly promoted side, and in front of the den, in front of the home crowd here, we were definitely looking to get ourselves our first home win of the season, and looked very convincing. And the first chance would fall directly from kickoff, and almost the first goal as well, but Suso was denied by a fantastic save by the goalkeeper, and the follow-up shot went behind for a corner. So very good save early on, and the goalkeeper for Blackburn was definitely going to be having a long afternoon, but still good stop there. And in the 35th minute, you see Berisha get on the ball for Blackburn. A good chance for them to score a shot goal and the shock opener of the game here, as Fabio Nunes collects it and finds O'Sullivan. He slides it through towards Jordan Slew, but thankfully he puts his shot wide, and that was a real chance. No wonder he's got his hands on his head. What a chance there to take a shock lead, but thankfully it was still 0-0. And in the 45th minute, you see Gutierrez have a header there just before half time, but it goes wide the post and out for a goal kick. And in the 58th minute, it was still 0-0, and still no goals had been scored. And as Oxlade-Chamberlain goes down the right hand side here, he shoots. It's a good save by the goalkeeper, but thankfully the first goal would be scored. Kelvin wins the header, puts it into the open goal, and makes it Millwall 1, Blackburn 0. So it took us a long time to get the opening goal of this game. I was expecting this to be a really open game. We'd probably have 2 or 3 before half time. Instead, I was struggling quite a bit, but thankfully Kelvin did finally break the drought. We were 1-0 up, and I'm very pleased with that. And in the 65th minute, you see Carrasco on the right hand side, lovely little heel-to-heel flick, uses his pace, keeps on going, drills it across, but Oscar Polo, my word, how goal. How did I miss that? Seriously, I drilled it across the face of goal. Oscar Polo has an open goal. He's about 2 yards out and I somehow missed it. Absolutely shocking from me, and it's still Millwall 1, Blackburn 0. And in the 82nd minute here, you see João Cancelo backheel the ball to Leal Gutierrez and a pair play, a quick 1-2. Some nice passing here. We give the ball to Brian Carrasco. Carrasco finds Suso down the right hand side, and despite the fact he gets tackled, we win it back with Brian Carrasco down the right hand side. He's got the pace to beat his man. He keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going, swings it across towards the centre. Polo can't win the header, but it comes to Robinson, who bicycle kicks it, but unfortunately it's a good save by the goalkeeper and it's turned behind for a corner. And from that corner we cross the ball in with Carrasco towards the centre. It's headed away only as far as Suso. The ball comes to Sterling making his debut. He offloads it to João Cancelo. Cancelo collects it, fake shots around his man, then cross-fields it towards Raheem Sterling. Sterling places it inside towards Luke Shaw. The pair play the pass to each other. Shaw collects the ball and shoots, and it's a really good goal by Luke Shaw. Fantastic finish from our left back. He's a rare goal scorer, but it's a very nice finish. He just blasts the ball in, no chance for the goalkeeper, and Luke Shaw makes it Millwall 2, Blackburn 0. So the game was a lot tighter than I thought it would be, but at least I knew we'd have 2 wins from 2 games and a good start to our Premier League season. And as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like because it's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my career mode very soon.